Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video, we have seen that how we can add the vectors. Now in this video, I'm going to explain how you can multiply the vectors. So before going to the topic, thanks to all my subscribers and viewers. Right, let us coming to the topic, multiplication of vectors. So already we know that vectors is nothing but the quantities which does not follow simple algebra, nothing but in very a simple case how you can do the multiplication, that process is not enough to multiply the vectors, means vector quantities does not follow those simple algebra. So how the addition of vectors are having a different laws and rules will be there. The same way, a multiplication of vector is also having some rules will be there. What are those? And how can we multiply the two vectors? Let us see in this class. Now, a multiplication of vectors is nothing but before going to the product of any two vectors, just try to, when you multiply any two vectors, what will be the resultant? Try to identify that. Suppose if you multiply one vector with the other vector, if you multiply one vector with other vector, what should be the result of those vectors? So the result may be a scalar quantity or vector quantity. Whenever you multiply any two vectors, the result may be a scalar or maybe a vector. So based upon the result, whether after multiplication of or product of two vectors, are we getting a scalar quantity or vector quantity? Based upon that, this multiplication of vectors can be classified into two types. That we can call as, one is scalar product. Scalar product. And another classification, that is vector product. So in the name itself, it reflects that scalar product. Scalar product means after product of two vectors, the resultant, if you will get as a scalar, then that product of vector we can call as a scalar product. And coming to the other classification, when you product any two vectors, the result, if you get as a vector quantity, then that product we can call as a vector product. Now, how you can represent the scalar product and vector product? So there is a representation will be different for both scalar and vector product. Now let us see the representation. So this, suppose let us take an example. This is a vector A, and one more, this is a vector B. So whenever you multiply or product these two vectors, if you get the scalar quantity, then it should be a scalar product. So how you should represent this product of these two vectors in a scalar product is nothing but vector A dot vector B is equals to some C. Here C should be scalar. Right. So this is the representation, nothing but the product of the two vectors should be represented with a dot symbol. That's what it is having other name, scalar product, or we can call as dot product. Dot product. And whereas coming to the second, vector product. So vector product is nothing but same. Again, you can take two vectors as an example. A and B are the two examples I'm taking here. And whenever you product these two vectors, the result should be vector product. So then here C vector is a vector quantity. It is not a scalar. Now, the product of two vectors should be represented with a cross mark. Here dot symbol, there cross symbol. That's what it is also having other name that we can call as cross product. Cross product. So here the information we will get is that when you product any two vectors, the result may be a scalar or a vector. Whenever you will get a scalar quantity as the result, that product you should be represented with a dot symbol because it is a dot product. And whenever you will get the output or the result as a vector quantity, that product you can call as a cross product or vector product. Now, if you take the vectors with the values, how you can find out the scalar product or vector product. Now let us see first how we can solve our product two vectors. Let us take examples as vector A is one example and vector B is another example. So here I am taking two vectors. Just imagine that after product of these two vectors, the result you will get as a scalar. So you should do the dot product for these. So now I am doing the dot product vector A dot vector B, that is equals to. So the generalized formula to find the dot product of any two vectors, that is magnitude of A vector and magnitude of B vector, then the cos angle between them. Cos angle between them. So this is the general formula to calculate the dot product of any two vectors. So here, suppose if you take this is a vector A and this is vector B, and there will be some angle between them. Then that angle also you should consider. Based upon the angle, the dot product value should be changes. Let us observe here magnitude of A. Magnitude is nothing but a quantity. It's a numerical value. So here magnitude of A is a scalar, and as well as magnitude of B is also a scalar, and cos theta value is also a scalar quantity. Now, whenever you multiply these three scalar quantities, the final result also you will get a scalar quantity. So in this formula, it says that the dot product of any two vectors should be depending upon the magnitude of the vectors which are going to be products, and as well as it is depending also the angle between those two vectors. Now, if you assume that the two vectors are having a constant magnitude, it does not changes, but its angle is going to be changed based upon the change in the angle between the two vectors. The dot product result should be also changes. How it will be changed? Let us see once. Suppose when the two vectors are acting the same direction, nothing but if it is A vector and one more vector, that is B vector. Now, if these two vectors are acting in the same direction or moving in the same direction, then the angle between them is 0 degrees. Or if the two vectors are parallel to each other, the angle between them is 0 degrees. So when theta is equals to 0 degrees, what will be the result of this dot product? So that is A dot B is equals to magnitude of A vector into magnitude of B vector cos. In the place of theta, you should substitute 0 degrees. And we know the value of cos 0 is what? That is 1. Cos 0 is 1. So if you multiply the magnitude of the remaining two vectors, again, the same will be repeated. So magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So here you can identify that the angle value is changes from 0 to 1. Why? Because cos 0 is 1, and whenever the angle is going to be increases, the cos value is going to be decreases. Finally, when it reaches to 90 degrees, the value becomes 0. So when the angle is increases here, what happens to its magnitude? Automatically decreases. Okay, suppose if you take 30 degrees, then it is root 3 by 2. So if you multiply with this root 3 by 2, then that magnitude is less than this. Nothing but we will get the maximum magnitude or maximum result of a dot product of two vectors when the angle between them is 0 degrees. Suppose what will happen if the two vectors are orthogonal? Orthogonal is nothing but one vector is along x-axis direction and another vector is along the y-axis direction. Nothing but the angle between them is 90 degrees. Nothing but when the two vectors are making an angle 90 degrees, such type of vectors we can call as orthogonal vectors. So what will be the dot product of these two orthogonal vectors? So now substituting this dot product of A into B, then magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos of angle between them is 90 degrees. We know that cos 90 degrees value is 0. So whenever you multiply this total value with a 0, again you will get a 0 only. So from this, what you will get, you know that whenever you are doing the dot product of any two vectors, whenever you will get the maximum result when the angle between them is 0 degrees. When will you get the minimum result? Minimum means here it is 0. So 0 is nothing but when the angle between them is 90 degrees. Okay. So these 2 points you should remember. And next, so suppose once you can solve an example, then you can identify, or you know how you can solve the dot product of two vectors. Let us take the example. A vector is something 3 I cap and B vector is something 2 I cap. Then cos theta between them is 0 degrees. So in the information, it will give I cap and I cap, nothing but both the vectors are moving along the x-axis. That's why the dot product of A dot product of B, that is magnitude of A is nothing but here 3 only, na? So that is 3 into, and magnitude of B is 2 into cos theta. Theta value is 0 degrees. So in this case, 3 to the 6 and cos 0 value is 1. So the dot product of given two vectors is 6 units here. Now, suppose if here we are having only one component for each A vector and B vector. So then what will happen if it is having a two components? Suppose 2 j cap will be there. And if you take another vector B, that is I cap plus 3 j cap. And the angle between them is 90 degrees. So here angle is also mentioned, right? Now find out this magnitude of here. What you will get in the previous class, we have seen that magnitude is nothing but 3 square plus 2 square. Then what you will get? 3 square means 9 plus 2 square is 4. So root 13 you will get. And find out the magnitude of B also. Magnitude of B is equals to root of 1 square plus 3 square. Then 1 square is nothing but 1 plus 3 square is nothing but 9. So you will get magnitude of B is root 10. So magnitude of A we are having and magnitude of B we are having. Directly substitute in this formula, then you will get the dot product. Dot product of A and dot product of B, that is equals to magnitude of A, that we got root 13 here, and magnitude of B, that we got root 10 here, into cos theta value is they given 90 degrees. So irrespective of these magnitudes, cos 90 value is 0. So whenever you multiply any value with a 0, the final result again we will get as a 0. So in this case, whenever you are doing the dot product by using this formula, you need to know the values of the vectors of A and B and as well as the theta or the angle between those two vectors. Now my question is, if the angle is not given between the vectors which you are going to do the dot product, how you can find out the dot product there? Suppose here 90 degrees will be given. Suppose if it is making some angle, but the angle is not mentioned, how you can do the dot product of that? Let us see. That is very, very, very important, especially the students who are preparing for G mains and advanced. Right? Let us take an example as the vector A is AX I cap plus AY J cap plus AZ K cap. And take one more vector, that is B vector I am taking here, that is BX I cap plus BY J cap plus BZ K cap. Now, let us find out the dot product of vector A and vector B. So whatever the general formula we are having, magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. So if you want to find out by using that formula, you can find out the magnitude of A by using this, and you can find out the magnitude of B by using these values. But where is the theta value is given? Theta value is not mentioned here. So when the theta value is not given, then that case only you should follow the method which I am going to explain now. Please be concentrate. Final after completion of this video, I will give one problem to everyone. If you can solve that and the answer should be comment under the comment section, there will be some surprises will be there. Those students who given or who done the solution of the problem given by me at the end of the video, and they have to post their answer in the comment section. We'll see how many students will solve the problem and how many students will post the answer. Okay, but if you want to know the question, just wait and watch the video up to the end. Now, so here the angle is not mentioned between A and B. I have to find out the dot product of these two. Before going to this, something you have to remember, that is already we know this is a coordinate system. This is x-axis and this is y-axis and this is z-axis. So already we know whenever you should represent a position of a vector, we need a reference point in a coordinate system that we can consider as an origin. So whenever certain magnitude you should be represent along the x-axis, for the representation we need one unit vector. The unit vector present on x-axis is I cap, and the unit vector present on y-axis is j cap, and the unit vector present on z-axis is k cap. Nothing but suppose if you cover some 3 meters distance on along the x-axis direction, that should be represented in the vector form. Magnitude is 3 and the direction is along x-axis. So on the x-axis we are having I cap. I cap is a unit vector, nothing but its magnitude is 1. So whenever you multiply its magnitude with any value, the same value should be repeated. So the I cap is a unit vector, it is having a magnitude is 1. So the representation is like this. So whenever you should represent the magnitudes along a particular direction in a coordinate system, we should use this I cap, j cap, and k cap, or the unit vectors present on x, y, and z axis. Right. Now, if you find out the dot product of I cap dot I cap, what you will get? So our general formula, if we use magnitude of I cap into magnitude I cap, then cos theta. So here I cap is a unit vector, already we know, and already I said that it's a unit vector, nothing but its magnitude is 1 unit, and this is also 1. And cos, what is the angle between the I cap and I cap? Nothing but both are along the x-axis only, na? So that's what the angle between them is 0 degrees. So cos 0. Cos 0 is nothing but 1. 1 into 1 into 1 you will get as 1. So I cap dot I cap you will get as 1. In the same way, the dot product of j cap also you will get 1, and k cap dot k cap you will get as 1. Okay. Now, if another case I cap dot j cap, what will become the resultant? So I cap dot j cap, nothing but its magnitude is 1 into 1. And what will be the cos theta here? 1 into 1 cos theta. So I and j. I cap is along the x-axis and j cap is along the y-axis. The angle between the two axes is 90 degrees. The same, the angle between the I unit vector and j unit vector will be 90 degrees. So cos 90 degrees. So then cos 90 is nothing but we know that is a 0. So if you multiply these value with a 0, again the result should be 0. In the same way, whenever you can take the angle between I and j is 90 degrees, and j and k also 90 degrees, k and I also 90 degrees. So whenever you should do the dot product of a same unit vectors, you will get the result as 1. And whenever you do the dot product of the remaining vectors ij or jk or ki, whatever you can do there, you will get the result as dot product result as 0. Now, remember these. Why? Because while we are solving the dot product formula or deriving, these are useful. Right. Now, so these are the vectors which are having each vector having 3 components. One is x-axis and another is y-axis component, and another is z-axis component. The same manner, B vector is also having 3 components, x, y, and z. Now, here the angle is not mentioned. That's why we cannot follow our general formula, magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. Why? Because cos theta is not mentioned in this problem. So such a type of problems, how can we solve without considering the angle between them. Right, let us see here. So vector A dot vector B, that is Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap. Dot product of B vector, that is Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. Now multiply this. First I'm taking a Ax I cap. So Ax I cap dot product of Bx I cap plus Ax I cap into By j cap. Ax I cap dot By j cap plus again Ax with Bz. So Ax I cap dot Bz k cap. And then after completion of with Ax, then move on to the Ay. So Ay j cap dot Bx I cap plus then Ay j cap dot By j cap. And next Ay By after completion of that Ay j cap dot product with Bz k cap plus. So after completion with Ay, then move on to the Az. So Az k cap dot Bx I cap, and then plus Az k cap dot By j cap. After that, plus Az k cap dot Bz k cap. Now let us see here. I'm writing that Ax Bx. Here I cap is common, right? I cap is common, then Ax Bx plus here I and j will be there. I cap dot. So right here I cap dot I cap, and then here write I cap dot j cap of Ax into By. Right here I cap dot k cap. I cap dot k cap into Ax Bz. Ax Bz plus here j cap dot I cap. J cap dot I cap into Ay Bx. Ay Bx. And then plus here j cap dot j cap. J cap dot j cap into Ay By. Next here j cap dot k cap. So Ay into Bz. Next k cap dot I cap plus k cap dot I cap into Az Bx. Az Bx plus k cap dot j cap. K cap dot j cap into what we will get here? Az By. Az By plus the final one is k cap dot k cap, right? K cap dot k cap into Az Bz. So this will be the result, right? Once try to this reduce this first. I cap dot I cap. Just now we have seen that I cap dot I cap is 1. So those values you should remember. I cap dot I cap is equals to 1. J cap dot J cap is also 1. K cap dot K cap is also 1. So the remaining cases I dot J, J dot K or K dot I, whatever the case, in the all cases you will get the 0. Why? Because the angle between those unit vectors should be 90 degrees, right? Now I cap dot I cap is nothing but 1. 1 into Ax Bx you will get as Ax Bx plus here I dot J, what will become? It is 0. So this total component becomes 0. Why? Because I dot J is 0. That 0 is multiplied with any value, again you will get 0. Now I dot K, this is also 0. Why? Because I dot K. Next J dot I, this is also 0. Next J dot J, so here you will get as 1. So that's what 1 into this Ay By. Ay By plus next J dot K, here also 0. J dot K is nothing but the dot product of these two unit vectors, you will get 0. That is multiplied with anything, again you will get 0. Here K dot I, then also you will get 0. Then K dot J, here also you will get 0. Then K dot K, in this case you will get as 1. So 1 into multiplied with this one, you will get as Az Bz. So this should be the result when you do the dot product of two vectors which are having the components. So this formula when you can use when they will give the two vectors which are having a components and they does not mention the angle between them. If they does not mention the angle, then you can go for this one. So if angle is given, then whatever the general formula we are having, find out the magnitude of A, find out the magnitude of B, substitute the angle in the cos theta, then you will get the result there. Right. So this is the components method of product of vectors, that too dot product of vectors. So when the angle is not mentioned here, right? Based upon this formula, try to solve one problem. Everyone try to solve the problem. I will give at the end of the video. Everyone try to solve that and post your answer as a comment under the comment section, right? So example is, let us A vector is I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap, and B vector is something 2I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap, right? Find out the dot product of vector A and vector B. Then the how you should find out this. So already we know that here we are having a three components for each and every vector, and there is no angle is mentioned in between these A vector and B vector. So then we can follow the our components method formula, that is what, Ax Bx plus Ay By plus Az Bz. Okay. Now, so if you consider the vector A, how the vector A is in the form, that is Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap. So here Ax means, what is the Ax value here? 1 will be there. Ay value is what will be there? 2. And Az value is 3 will be there. And in the same way, find out the components B vector, that is in the form of Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. Now, what should be the value of Bx here? 2. And By value is here, minus 2 will be there. And Bz value is 3 will be there, right? Now, the formula is what we know, A dot B is equals to Ax Bx. Ax value is 1 and Bx value is 2. So 1 into 2, you will get as 2 plus. Then Ay By. Ay By means Ay value is 2 and By value is minus 2. Plus into minus, you will get as minus 2 2s are 4. And then plus Az Bz. Here Az value is 3 and Bz value is 3. 3 into 3, 9. So then simplify this. 2 plus 9, 11 minus 4, you will get as 7. So that 7 is the dot product of these two vectors. Okay. So in this way, you can find out the dot product of given two vectors when you are having the components without mention the angle between them. So now, already I said, I will give one example problem to everyone. Try to solve that and post your answer as comment in the comment section. Right. Note down this problem. Vector A, otherwise I'm changing the values. Vector P, that is minus 2 I cap plus 5 j cap minus 7 k cap. And the Q vector, that is minus 3 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 5 k cap. So find out the dot product of P dot Q. So find out this dot product of these two vectors, and the answer you should comment in the comment section, right? So this is the regarding about dot product. Please subscribe my channel and share to your friends, especially the students who are preparing for GMains and advanced. And try to follow the videos continuously and watch the video completely to the end. And whatever the problem I given to you, everyone try to solve this. Whatever the answer you will get, post as a comment in the comment section. So I will check those answers and I will give the reply to you also. Okay. So thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for your support.